broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
And we want at this time to speak about bookkeeping and taxes. And we have this segment with KRISTIN Gunderson, who will be letting us know what is up. And the topic today will be, what is accounting cleanup? I don't know what that is. So KRISTIN, let us know what you have for us today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on your show today. I am KRISTIN Gunderson. I am the CEO of Gunderson's Bookkeeping. And some of the questions that have been coming in is, what is an accounting cleanup and how do you clean up an accounting mess? I would love to be able to answer that for you today. So an accounting mess is basically, it's a bunch of series of adjustments to your historical books that you need to be put in correctly in order to have correct and accurate financials. And, long story, there's a lot of chronological series of events that are interconnected, and it takes a while to figure out what the root cause of the problem is. So in short, this is either going to take you a lot of time to figure out, or it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to be expensive. There are two ways that you can do this. One way to be able to clean up your accounting mess is the fast way. The second way is the correct way. When you are short on time, that's when you need to do it the fast way. So for instance, say the tax deadline is October 15th and you filed your extension and you've waited all this time and you contact your CPA, your bookkeeper, your tax person, and it's like October 1st or the end of September, and you're like, okay, here's my shoebox of stuff, or here's my bank statements, or I need to get my taxes done. What do we need to do? This is going to classify as the fast way because there's not a lot of time to be able to get this stuff done. And what the fast way entails is basically there's just going to be journal entries done that are tying up items on your balance sheet, like your bank statements and your loan statements, your credit card statements. And there's going to be these journal entries that are basically done to get your profit and loss correct. But there's going to be no explanations of why things are done. And this actually will hurt you out in quite a few ways if it's done the fast way. Things that will help hurt you with is customer acquisition costs. You're not going to know how much it's costing you to be able to acquire clients, to be able to know how much your clients are costing you, how much money you're making on them. You're not going to know your gross margin percentage. Planning, it's not going to help you with planning because you're not going to have those details down. And actually, it's fourth quarter already. You should be planning for 2023 already in your business, doing projections, figuring out what your budget's going to be. And then the last way that it will hurt you, if it's done the fast way, is when you go to sell your business valuation will probably be lower because you're not going to have all that detail that the buyer is going to want to look at. So those are ways that the fast way can hurt you. But let's figure out the right way. The right way, one of the things, the first thing that you got to do to be able to get your accounting and bookkeeping in order is you need to take a look at where you're at and develop a plan. The second thing is you need to execute that plan. And then the third thing is you need to develop some policies and procedures so that it doesn't happen again. So what does developing that plan look like? The first thing is you need to figure out, where did you end? If you are in business already, did you finish your 2021 tax return already? Did you finish your 2020 tax return? Whatever year you're on, I hope that you finished 2021 already, and maybe you're on January of 2022. But you need to have your beginning balance, make sure that they're good. Your December 31st, your January 1st beginning balance, that ending balance, it needs to be a good starting place. And then whatever months that you need to do, gather all that information. Gather your January, your February, your March, all the way up to the current. Gather those bank statements, those credit card statements. If you have loans, those loan statements. And then it looks like you are literally entering in the data from those bank statements into an accounting program like QuickBooks Online or Xero, or you can even use Excel if you're just starting out. But you need to book all that income in. You need to book all those expenses, make sure that they're categorized correctly. And then instead of waiting and doing months at a time, reconcile January. Get January reconciled for all the bank statements, credit card statements, and the loan statements. Because if there's something wrong and you're trying to do like 4 months or 3 months of reconciling at once, you're gonna have a hard time finding it. So get everything reconciled. At the end of the year, you also have anything that says important tax document on it. You need to save that, give that to whoever's doing your taxes, your accountant, because they'll also need those documents to be able to tie in to make sure that the whole year is good for getting your taxes done. So just start doing the work. Remember, you got to execute your cleanup plan. So start doing that work. And then while you're doing it, the last thing is develop that policies and procedures. I literally do this for every single one of my bookkeeping clients. Is I have written down the steps that it takes to do their bookkeeping, how to do it in order. And then I also have a checklist. I use Word to create Microsoft Word to create the policies and procedures. And then I use Microsoft Excel to be able to create a checklist of, hey, did we reconcile bank account A and bank account C and savings account A and credit card 1, 2, and 3? Like, did we reconcile all that? Did we take a look? Do the expenses and income look categorized correctly? Do we have to book any journal entries? And then do we print out the financials, the balance sheet, and the profit and loss? So that is what I can help you out with today on making sure that your accounting system gets cleaned up, get current, for that way you're not in a mess at the end of the year or the beginning of the year trying to figure everything out. And if you have any more questions about what we talked about today, feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. The easiest way is our website, gundersonsbookkeeping.com, or you can also email us at info@gundersonsbookkeeping.com. And of course, our phone number, 936-372-2661. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kristen. Who knew? It's a mess, really. I mean, if you don't know about accounting, get your accountant, talk to Kristen. She will help you.